One thing I ask you, you be the one you bet that ass to. No, from Malibu to Paribu, y'all can have big, she ain't bad either. So hit me up when you pass through. I give you something big enough to tell your ass to. Swag on them even when you drag casual. I mean, it's almost like parable. 100 years now there when I pull up on side, hit you past me. Nothing like your leg, yeah, he too square for you. He don't smack that ass and pull your hair like that. So I jail watch, hand wait for you to salute you, did pimp. Not many women can refuse it, pimpin'. I'm a nice guy, but I'm getting a few. I see you around. Get up. Do it like it hurt. It hurt. You don't like work. Hey. Baby, can you breathe? I got this from Jamaica. It always works for me. Go to Decatur. No more pretending. 'Cause now you're winning. Here's our beginning. I always wanted.
Cross my heart, hope to die. To my lover, I'd never lie. To be true, I swear I'll try. In the end, it's him and I. He got his head, I'm on my mind. We got that love, the crazy kind. I am his, and he is mine. In the end, it's him and I. Him and I.
PCH, a hell of a ride. They don't wanna see us make it, they just wanna divide. 2017, Bonnie and Clyde. Wouldn't see the point of living on if one of us died. Yeah. Got that kind of style everybody try to rip off. YSL dress under when she take the mink off. Silk on her body, pull it down and watch it slip off. Ever catch me cheating, she would try to come up. Crazy, but I love her, I can never run from her. Hit it, no rubber, never would, no one touch her. Swear we drive each other mad, she be so stubborn. But what the f is love with no pain, no suffer? Intense, it gets tense. She knows when I'm out, I feel like she could just sense. If I had $1 million, it was down to 10 cents. She be down for whatever, never gotta consent.
Hope to die. To my lover, I'd never lie. To be true, I swear I'll try. In the end, it's him and I. He got his head, I'm on my mind. We got that love, the crazy kind. I am his, and he is mine. In the end, it's him and I. Him and I.
To the end of time, only one who gets me, I'm a crazy Gemini. Remember this when I die. Everybody dressed in all black suits in a tie. My funeral be lit if I ever go down or get caught or they identify. My bitch was the most solid, nothing to solidify. She would never cheat, you never see her with a different guy. Ever tell you different, then it's a lie. See, that's my county, see, that's my soldier. She keep that thing there, if anyone goes there. Calm and collected, she keeps her composure. And she gon' ride for me until this thing over. We do drugs together.
try. In the end, it's him and I. He's got his head, I'm on my mind. We got that love, the crazy kind. I am his and he is mine. In the end, it's him and I. Him and I.
Mob and get money, get high with you. Yeah.
Cross my heart, hope to die. This is how ride or die. You can confide in me. There's no not hiding, I swear.
Stay solid, never lie to you. Swear most likely I'ma die with you.
Cross my heart, hope to die. To my lover, I'd never lie. Said be true, I swear I'll try. In the end, it's him and I. He's got his head, I'm on my mind. We got that love, the crazy kind. I am his and he is mine. In the end, it's him and I. Him and I.
Am uitat să te întreb ce mai faci. Atât de ocupat până m-ai pus pe liber. Odată parcă eram apucați, odată parcă eram și mai sincer. Am dat eu ca puțin și am vrut tu prea multe. Cum cerai ore eu n-aveam decât secunde. Acum ne ascundem după zidurile mute, împreună înstrăinați. Ce mă fac cu tine de azi? M-am certat cu tine de ieri. Nici nu știu cât timp a rămas. Mâine poate nici nu mai e. Ce mă fac cu tine de azi? M-am certat cu tine de ieri. Nici nu știu cât timp a rămas. Mâine poate nici nu mai e.
Ești altfel azi, hai toarnă gaz. Până mâine în niciun caz, uită-te în ochii mei de caz. Cum nici eu nu-s prea vreaz, cât ai făcut tu, cât să rați. Tot trecutul poți să lați, ești indecis să le o să-mi treaz. Te știu doar din priviri, respir nemulțumit. Cum să ne potrivim atât de diferiți ca fi. Cum de extremele se atrag, când merg în zigzag. Când corporile se bat, cine vinovat? Păcat că timpul nu se oprește, nici nu merge înapoi. Degeaba trece dacă nu se alege nimic de noi. Te lasă rece tot atunci când ai prea multe nevoi. Te-ai apucat tu să gândești pentru amândoi.
Ce mă fac cu tine de azi? M-am certat cu tine de ieri. Nici nu știu cât timp a rămas.